Hi everyone, this is Kristen, and today I'm here with a fun and stylish upgrade to an already great case for iPhone XR. This is the Otterbox Symmetry plus PopSockets PopGrips system. So what we have here are swappable PopGrips, which have been customized to either match or complement various symmetry cases. It's mix and match, so you can choose 1, 2, or 3 of these PopGrips that are designed to go with various symmetry cases, and obviously you can swap out the tops, so you can change the look of your phone at will. Lots to love here. Let's take a closer look at this system on my iPhone XR in Coral. First off, let's take a look at the case which forms the base of this system. The Otterbox Symmetry is one of my favorite cases for iPhone XR. There's lots of different versions to choose from. Got patterns, you've got ones with slightly textured backs, you have ones with clear backs, and they all provide nice slim protection for your iPhone XR and have a great feel in the hand. This particular version is called Love Triangle, and I think it looks really nice on a Coral iPhone. So construction-wise, what we have here is a combination with a hard clear polycarbonate with a pattern on it, and then we also have some artificial rubber. So the rubber is on the sides, there's also some polycarbonate on the sides, and the back is entirely clear polycarbonate. So this is a relatively rigid case, doesn't have a whole lot of flex. There is some flex on the sides though, which makes it easier to get your phone in and out of this case. Putting your phone in this symmetry case is relatively straightforward. However, it is a snug fit. Just start on the one side, put it in, and sort of squish it all the way down into the one side, and then clip on your other corners. This can take a little bit of doing. Once on, you can see we have a really excellent fit on the phone. Very nice, very tight. Everything feels really quite good. We have a little bit of give over here over your volume up and down buttons, quite common with this sort of a case, and a little bit of give here at the bottom as well, but really not very much. Overall, I think that this has an excellent fit on the phone. We have a good amount of protective lip running around here, which is of course very protective for your screen. I don't currently have any kind of screen protector on here, missing out on that right now, so this is the maximum amount of lip you are going to see. However, this case should work well with many case compatible screen protectors, including Otterbox's own Alpha Glass. Looking down here at our port openings, so these are nicely positioned and nicely sized. You should be able to fit many third-party lightning cables here. This case does work with wireless charging, although when you have your PopSocket PopGrip attached on the back, you're going to need to remove the PopTop in order to use it with wireless charging. That, or position it in such a way so that the PopGrip is perhaps down at the bottom or something like that and not interfering with the wireless charger. But really, that's quite easy to do in terms of removing the PopGrip top, so I really don't think that that is much of an impediment to wireless charging, but do be aware that that exists. So going around to the sides here, this is a nice feeling artificial rubber underneath the fingertips. It's artificial rubber on the top, and then the bottom is a polycarbonate. It gives you a nice low to mid grip. I find this is a nicely secure case in the hand. Feels really good, particularly when you are using it with the PopGrip. So this type of material does tend to have an issue with yellowing, this kind of a clear rubber. UV can be a contributing factor, as well as oils on the hands, so be aware of that, but there's not a whole lot you can do about that, and it's not really exactly Otterbox's fault. It's just an issue with this type of material. So it looks great now. Down the line, not really sure whether you're going to have a little bit of yellowing with this, but hopefully not too much. So going here to our buttons, these are outstanding. Otterbox really improved the buttons with this year's version of Symmetry. They used to be rather hard to press, and now they are really great, very flush, very easy press to the body. So we have a nicely accessible mute switch here. Then going over here to our side button, it's exactly the same as the volume up and down buttons. Really outstanding. Got some Otterbox branding down here on the side. Other than that, not a lot to say about it. Just a really nice feeling case in the hand. Looking at the back of the case, I like the way this particular model looks with my Coral iPhone. This design is called Love Triangles, and it is one of the graphics symmetry cases. So this particular subset of symmetry cases, the graphics ones, are more expensive than your regular symmetry cases, and they all have one thing in common, which is that they have very smooth backs. So there's different types of symmetry cases out there. Don't know if you're aware of it. You have your solid color symmetry cases, which are the cheapest ones. Those are $5 cheaper tougher than this one, and they have kind of a nubbly texture on the back, and they're completely opaque. And then you go up to the graphics version, spend that extra $5, and you get some cool patterns on the back. But one thing that is interesting about all of the graphics ones that I have encountered is that they have a very smooth back, and I think that the reason that it's only the graphics versions that are used with PopSockets PopGrips is because of the smoothness, because from what I understand about the PopGrips, they will adhere very best to something which is completely smooth like this. So I think that that is why Otterbox chose to use these cases with this system, but that's just an aside. At any rate, I think that this looks really nice. I like the fact that we have the ability to see the color of the phone through the back of this case, but then you don't have a completely clear case either. And the reason that I think that this works really well is that clear cases honestly are a pain. So with clear cases, you have to really worry about scratches and fingerprints showing, because with a completely clear case, any little imperfection is what your eyes are drawn to. But if you have a pattern like this, then you're not really noticing fingerprints or scratches or anything like that so much, or at least I'm not. And particularly if you put one of those PopSocket PopGrips in the middle, you're really not noticing it. So this is kind of a best of both worlds arrangement. I think it's really quite good. So this material, this glossy clear polycarbonate we have on the back, is going to be fingerprint prone, and it is going to scratch relatively easily. But again, with this pattern, you're really not going to notice it so much. So other than that, it has a very nice feel underneath the fingertips. Wireless charging compatible when you just are using the case itself, or if the base of the PopGrip is on here. If the PopTop and the base are both present on there and they're in the very middle, then you're not going to be able to do wireless charging. If you position it toward the bottom or something like that, and then this may work with your wireless charger because it'll be out of the way. But other than that, you're going to need to take the top off of the PopGrip in order to wirelessly charge with this case. So looking here at the amount of protection we have for the protruding camera, it is perfectly sufficient. Camera should be well protected, and just everything is really nicely done with this case. The PopSocket PopGrip system uses a removable, repositionable adhesive so that you can take it off and put it back on and change your position as many times as you want. Just make sure to not get it dirty. You want to be using it on a clean phone, and if it gets dirty or it loses its stickiness, you can just rinse it off and let it dry before putting it back on. So overall, really quite a nice little system. So what you need to do is just peel off this sticker here on the back in order to expose the adhesive, and then just put it into whatever place on the phone you want. Typically people will put it into the middle, but you can put it in other places as well. I've seen people put it at the bottom. Sometimes people will put it up at the top. It's just whatever pleases you. And if you get it wrong, then you just peel it back up and then put it back in the new spot. And that's basically it. Once the PopSocket base has been installed, you can see that it does add a little bit of thickness here onto the back of the case, does stick out a little bit, and it is going to keep you from being able to lay your phone completely flat on its back. So this will bother some people and not bother others, but I think it's important to point this out. This will work with wireless charging in this sort of a position, but the phone will not lay completely flat on the wireless charger because it's got this thing there. So it's a little bit wobbly on the back with this in place. But it's possible, of course, to simply just peel this right off, and then that's always an option. If this thing bothers you, you can just use your PopSocket PopGrip when you want to, and then just completely peel it off when you don't. The only thing is, when you peel it off, you will need to put the back of it onto some sort of plastic or something like that, because if you leave it exposed to the air for more than 15 minutes, it does dry out. But it's possible to rehydrate it as well, as far as I can tell from PopSocket's website. But at any rate, this is how it looks just with the base on it. And if you want to remove the base, just to show you, you simply just put your fingernails underneath it, start peeling it off, and it comes off relatively easily. It also doesn't leave any residue, which I think is nice. There we go. And it's back on. So no big commitment there. Once the base has been installed, it's really easy to swap out the PopTops. Simply just take a PopTop, put it on top of the base, and then twist until you hear it click, and then it's installed. In order to remove it, you need to press in slightly and turn, and then it comes right off. So overall, I think the PopSocket PopGrips are a really nice addition onto the Symmetry case. They really don't add that much thickness to the back. I mean, yes, it does jut out, and yes, it is going to bother you if you really like to lay your phone flat on its back because, well, you can't with this on. You can, of course, peel the entire thing off and just not use it, but, you know, that's going to be a little bit of a pain. So if that is an issue for you, then perhaps this is not for you. However, if it's not an issue for you, there's a lot of good to be said for this. This does make a really nice little stand. It's great for media viewing, and I think that the most fun is just simply just holding your phone this way. I mean, this is a great way to hold your phone, very secure and very fun, and then let's face it, this is just fun to do. And apparently, according to the manufacturer, you can do this 12,000 times and not exceed the material specifications for this thing. So that is just fun. The fact that these are swappable, I think, is great. It just adds to the fun aspect of this. You can get different looks if you get bored of looking at your PopTop. And of course, I guess you can design your very own if you go over to PopSockets website, though I haven't actually tried that. But there's just a lot of cool looks that are available with this system, and lots to love overall. So I think that, you know, if you're really into PopSockets PopGrips and particularly want the coordinated look that you can get with this Symmetry version, you definitely should consider this collaboration that Otterbox has with PopSockets, because I think that there is a lot to love here with the PopSockets PopGrips Symmetry case by Otterbox and PopSockets. Again, we've been looking at the Otterbox Symmetry for iPhone XR with PopSockets PopGrips. This system is available directly from Otterbox, and pricing-wise, we're looking at $54.95 for the Symmetry case itself and $10 for each individual PopSocket PopGrip. So it's $84.95 if you want all three PopGrips, and obviously you can have just one or two and pay a little bit less. Many thanks to the kind folks at Otterbox for sending me out these samples to review. If you have any questions about this product, please feel free to put them in the comments below and I will do my best to address them. And if you are interested in subscribing to my channel, please do hit that subscribe button because I have lots more great case and accessory reviews yet to come. Again, this is Kristen with the Otterbox Symmetry for iPhone XR with PopSockets PopGrips. Enjoy your iPhone and have a wonderful day.